Hey guys, this is the Revolving Battle Fox here, and I am back with a new video in my series called Cosplay. How I choose what anime conventions I want to go to. Or not just anime, but when I say anime, that's all encompassing. That can include video games or just pop culture, just Comic Cons in general. So this time I want to talk about the price. And I've made 10 videos so far covering location, genre, community, hotels, VIP passes, popularity, programming, history, YouTube videos, and days. So if you want to check out any of those videos, I recommend you checking out my playlist for those. But let's talk about the price, which I've kind of held off on making this video because it's kind of a bigger one and it's actually one of the main determining factors as to whether or not I can go to a specific convention, at least in that given year, or if I want to go, in a way. So, yeah, price is a big one because price is all encompassing because you have to think about the location. You have to think about the hotels, the tickets. And if you're like me, like I like to get VIP passes at just about any convention I go to, and depending on the convention, they can range between like $100 to like over $500. So yeah, that's included with it. Are you paying for someone to help travel with you? Are you paying for other people to go with you to have a good time? Are you footing their bill? Are they helping out in any bit or any way, shape, or form? Or are you helping to pay for kids? And usually, the more popular a convention is, the more expensive it can be. It's not always the case, but sometimes. And then there's also the hotel. If you want a hotel on the main block, you have to pony up some cash unless you got some awesome rewards points. And yeah, the price can add up. Like take for example, I live in South Carolina, and for me to make the trek from South Carolina to Anime Expo, it is super, super expensive. And it exhausts a lot of resources from me. I think my sister was telling me just for the hotel alone. The hotel alone, I probably paid about $1,200. I feel like it's probably more. I feel like it's probably about 1,500. And then that's not including paying for my plane ticket. She paid for hers, I believe, but I have to pay for my plane ticket. I had to pay for my nephew Zach's plane ticket, and I have to pay for us to eat. Eating can be expensive there, and it is a lot. Sorry, I felt like I got something in my eye, but I had to pay for the shuttles and the Ubers, and it's a lot of resources. Yeah, my bad for this. I might be doing this all throughout the video. I don't know how to edit, so just I'm sorry. Uh, just work with me here. But yeah, it pulls a lot, and I mean a lot of resources. And the last time I went was in 2018. I skipped 2019 because of the other cons I wanted to go to, or thought I was going to go to. And honestly, it was only because I had extra overtime and I was able to do extra overtime in 2018. That was the main reason I could go. I'm not getting as much overtime now, so. But if I didn't have that overtime back then, I would have been screwed just because. And it's not even like I was staying at like one of the hot main black hotels. I wanted the JW Marriott so bad. I wanted the Ritz Carlton as a second choice. And the Ritz was like $360 a night. And that got sold out just like that within seconds. And I couldn't get it. I had to go with the DoubleTree, which was one of the furthest ones out. It had a shuttle, and and it's not a knock on the DoubleTree. Actually, the DoubleTree is really good. The shuttle is just right there, and they give you a complimentary microwave that if you ask for it, and they bring it up to your room. So if you do have to stay there, It's definitely not a bad choice. But you know, I'm usually trying to go for the JW Marriott or the Ritz, which I wasn't able to get it in 2017 or 18. But yeah, it costs so much money from my area, from South Carolina to fly out all the way to Cali to Los Angeles, and the prices is more or less double or even triple with the more people you have come with you. So I didn't mean to get off on a tangent. Actually, I did because it relates. So Anime Expo isn't the only one. If you're in the U.S. and you want to go out of the country to a con, more power to you. But I'm sure that can pull a lot of resources as well. And sadly, I don't have a lot of resources. And when I say resources, like ways to make money, or this my income that I make on the job that I have is it's hard to sustain going to multiple cons a year, depending on where I go based on the location. So yeah, that's why the price it's a make it can be a make or a break thing. And I'm trying to look into ways to cut down the price or at least increase my income. I'm finding I want to talk about more about roommates in another video, but that's one way I'm trying to look into. But as long as I got my nephew with me, I'm not going to have roommates. But at AWA, I was able to slice the price down some because I had two roommates, thank God. And honestly, they were really chill roommates. And if I'm hoping I can get the Waverly Hotel for Anime Week in Atlanta again, and we already were like, hey, let's do it again. Put down to 170, and then yeah, that extra money came along, helped me a long way. It helped put money towards MomoCon for next year, and it pretty much helped me get autographs and stuff. But yeah, definitely price is a big one for me. It's kind of self-explanatory. I feel like I don't have too much more to say about it. But if I had to look at my budget, yeah, it is hard to have to save a whole year for a con for multiple conventions, and especially if they're far away. If I gotta fly, ideally, I like to do one con I have to fly to a year. My goal is four cons a year. One big con, and by big I mean one I fly to, and then the three smaller cons, which is MomoCon, Anime Weekend Atlanta, and South Carolina Comic Con, or maybe even Raleigh SuperCon, even though it's a bit far off. I don't think Raleigh SuperCon will be a con I go to every year, but we'll see how it is. It's even like that's about 5 hours away from me, so I definitely have to look at the price and yeah, count the costs and stuff, literally. But even though scripturally too, but yeah, count the costs. But yeah, it's a lot. And if you're getting into uh choosing what anime conventions you want to go to, and I'll make an all-encompassing video talking about what you guys should look for, but at least for on my end, I'm just going to say definitely count the price, count the cost, look at what your earning power is, look at what you can realistically do, set a price, set a budget, and realize you might not be able to go to the con this year or next year, maybe even the year after that. But hey, just depending on how much money you can bring in, how much resources you can expel. And I mean, it's possible to go. It just takes a lot of planning, and that does take a lot of stress. Now, albeit it's fun stress, but it is stress nonetheless when you're constantly thinking about it and having to deal with a budget, especially when you have multiple cons to go to. So yeah, I feel like if I talk anymore on this particular point, I'm just gonna go in a circle and ramble on about the other all-encompassing categories that would be based on the price. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. So if you happen to like this video, or you're a fan of video games or drink tests, taste tests, toys, reviews, stuff like that, then feel free to check out the rest of my channel. And if you happen to like what you see, then please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Do what you got to do, and I will see you all in the next video. And the next time we shall talk about the weather. So yeah, I might actually record that video now just to get it out the way and have this series done so I can just do a big main one for people who want to know for themselves the best ways to choose which conventions to go to. So yeah, probably gonna work on that now. So in the meantime, I will see you all in a little bit. Alright guys, talk to you later. Bye.